Gillingham away. Mark, in terms of preparation for a big game away to top of the table, how was Saturday? Because you admitted you had still a few gears in hand.
I thought it was perfect. The whole last week was worked out pretty well for us. We got some work into the boys who were going to be involved on Saturday. We got a breather into one or two that will benefit from it. And sort of Thursday, Friday's been last week has been a dual one where we are concentrating on Yates, but we're also one eye on Tuesday, because we hoped that we had enough with our starting 11 on Saturday, which proved to be right. Hopefully one or two players were going to come on and just get a feel for it back again. Zeb's hadn't played for a couple of games, so Marlon just kept them ticking over nicely. We're ready. We're in good shape going into obviously a tough game.
And a couple of players sort of still sidelined, Darren Carter and Steve Elliott. Do they come back into contention?
They should do. We'll have a look today. We'll see how they are. We're not going to force them back. But that was the plan. Stevie would have been involved at the weekend, probably bar a sickness bug. Darren Carter, we'll see how he is. And
Lawson Diath, while we're talking,
bit of swelling on the knee. He probably won't be in consideration for tomorrow. He's gone back down to Reading this morning just to check it out and get a diagnosis, and we'll take it from there. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, and hopefully he can be back playing for us very soon.
On a game like this, obviously the fans are going to think about, it's the first time Cheltenham have come up against your predecessor since his departure. Because there's so few players around, is that almost a help to you?
It's another game. It's a great game to be involved in against the team who are top of the table. I'm sure they've got a decent budget. I know they've got some very good players, to which the manager's added some real quality this season, and they are flying high in the league, and we want to catch them. We want to try and get up there with them, and they've had a fantastic start, and all credit to them for that, and we've got to be wary of that, but we've also got to go and play our game too.
Martin Allen was quite unpredictable when he was here with his team selection. Did Gillingham spring surprises in the way from what you've had them watched?
Listen, I'm sure they can, but we're concentrating ourselves. We know the depth of talent that they have in their squad. We know the quality of players, and whatever team it picks, they pick. It'll be a really, really tough test for us. But we'll try and concentrate on ourselves. I'm not going to try predicting other teams, other managers, teams that are going to play against us. We've seen them a couple of times. We know they're a good side, and we're going to have our hands full. They get the ball forward, they put the balls in your box from set pieces, but they've also got people who can play as well. And we've got to be mindful of everything tomorrow. We've got to be mindful of it's not Cheltenham, it's not against the previous manager. It's just the next game of football, which is always the most important.
And when you go into top of the table, one of those occasions where you need to play the game and not the occasion?
Yeah, without a doubt. And as you said earlier, I think only Scott Brown was part of the last manager's sort of squad. So we haven't got too many who have had who have any problems with anything. So Scotty like working under Martin. Sam Deering had good times under him at Barnet, so one or two of them know him, but it's not about that. I'm sure we'll go out there tomorrow with a positive attitude and try and nullify what their strengths are and hopefully play to ours.
And if you do get something, then that's a real marker of Cheltenham's ambition, and just underlines the point again, doesn't it?
Well, we've had one defeat in 9, so we're in decent run of form ourselves. Probably the two form teams in the league at the moment playing each other. We're first and third. The players have got to enjoy these type of clashes. You don't want to be involved in the bottom. You want to be involved at the top end. There'll be a decent crowd. They'll get right behind their players. It's up to us to go there and show how good we can be.
And you've probably had more success with the 4-3-3 formation this year, but you've tried 4-4-2 on a couple of occasions. We talked about Martin Allen's ability to spring a surprise. Do you feel happier now that you've got more comfortable using either formation?
Yeah, you always need a backup plan. You always need a plan B, and that we've shown we can play various systems, be it a diamond, be it 5 at the back, at times. We'll, it's not about surprises, it's about just making sure whatever team we pick, whatever formation we go with, we go out there organised, we go out there determined to work hard for each other, like they do week in, week out. They're a terrific bunch of players to work with, and so far they've put the squad and they've put themselves and the club in a very decent position, and a win tomorrow would put us nearer to Gillingham, and that's ultimately where we want to be.
Injuries apart from the ones we've discussed, any other
Apart from
worries?
Lawson's a definite no. We'll see how Darren is, we'll see how Stevie Elliott is, and we'll go from there.
And is it sort of one of those where, because Lawson's out, you'd want Darren to be fit, perhaps, sort of take
Sam Deering's been outstanding the last couple of games. We've got options. If he's not fit, he's not fit. Of course, the plan is to have Darren around, but we'll see how he reacts to what he did yesterday and how he comes out of today's training. We don't rush him back, but if he's fit, obviously, good players are welcome back into the squad like they all are, and we need everybody fit and raring to go.
Thank you. Good luck.
Cheers.
Okay. How pleased are you with the progress you've made over the last 149 games?
Yeah, you just told me it's 150 tomorrow. We're happy. We're happy that the club's moving in the right direction. It's on a good sound footing, run by local businessmen, and the chairman and the board are all local people who really care about the club. And we're in a decent position because a lot of hard work in that boardroom. And a lot of hard work on at seasons doing that, on the training ground, and we had a decent season last year, and obviously we're trying to emulate and better that this year.
Yeah, everyone knows about your association from the playing days, but when Cheltenham came calling to Kidderminster, did you think, because the club wasn't in a good state then, was it a difficult decision to make?
Not at all. No, that's no disrespect to my previous employers. It was the right move for me. I wanted to get into the Football League, and I felt this was the right place for me. And it is. It's a fantastic football club with fantastic people around it, and we just want to keep taking it forward and working hard to do so.
Have you had any dealings with Martin Allen, in the manager of your career?
I know Martin well. Yeah. He tried to sign me once, but nothing happened. And he's someone I've spoken to quite regularly over the years. He's a knowledgeable football man, and whatever's gone on with his history between him and this club, that's nothing to do with me, and it won't be a problem with me and him tomorrow.
Was it Barnett he tried to sign you for?
Yeah.
From Cheltenham?
Yeah.